Hello, English learners, and welcome back to another great lesson with English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're bringing you a great intermediate lesson with some really useful vocabulary.
Some vocabulary you can use to describe your job.
Yes, this is a really common situation when someone asks you what you do and you have to tell them.
Exactly. So today's lesson is all about that.
So before we jump into our dialogue, let's start with our vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
We have two simple phrases today that you'll hear in our dialogue for our vocabulary preview. The first one is VP.
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 So the VP of a company is?
The vice president.
The vice president, exactly.
Yeah, simple little acronym. And the next word is Fortune 500 company.
Fortune 500 company.
Fortune 500 company.
So a Fortune 500 company is?
I'll let you explain.
Well, Fortune magazine ranks the 500 biggest companies in the US.
So a Fortune 500 company basically is?
One of the 500 biggest companies in the US.
Okay, that's simple.
Yep.
All right, well, with those words, it sounds like we're going to be talking to some important people today.
Yes, we are going to be talking to some important people. So let's listen to our dialogue for the first time. Now, it's going to be a little bit fast, but you don't have to worry about it.
Because we'll come back and explain all of the important vocabulary.
Oh, look. There's Caroline and her boyfriend. She's always going on about him at the office. Great, they saw us. They're coming this way.
Oh, man.
Jessica, Arthur, hi. I'd like you to meet my boyfriend, Greg. He's the VP of Quality and Safety for a top Fortune 500 food company.
Nice to meet you. This is my husband, Arthur.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Caroline talks about you all the time. I guess you must be pretty busy at work.
Well, yeah, VP position is not easy, you know. I implement policies and procedures nationwide in various departments, as well as train junior managers in FDA and EPA regulations. I also have to oversee daily operations of our quality control for the entire East Coast. That alone means I have 1,500 employees under me.
Wow, yeah, that sounds exciting.
And what about you, Arthur? What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a Top Gun pilot.
All right, great music for our dialogue again, huh?
Chosen by
moi.
Of course.
Yeah, Top Gun is one of my all-time favorite movies. And Top Gun pilot, what a cool profession.
An excellent profession. Much cooler than being like
A
the VP.
Yeah, how boring is that?
Yeah. Anyway, this guy was a bit of a jerk, don't you think?
Yeah, you can tell a little bit of the sarcastic tone he had in his voice.
Definitely. But he did use some interesting phrases, and we can talk about those now.
Right, so let's take a look at language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Our first word for language takeaways is implement.
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 Let's listen to some examples of this word to help us understand its meaning.
Example 1.
Our company has to implement this sales strategy.
Example 2.
Sarah will be responsible for implementing the plan.
Example 3.
I implemented several new policies.
Okay, great examples. And just in case, to implement means to
Put into action.
put into action. Great.
Exactly.
Our second word for language takeaway, policies.
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 So policies are basically rules and regulations
Exactly. Formal rules.
for a company or an organization.
Exactly.
Policies. Great.
Third word,
Oversee.
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 So when you oversee operations, it means
Like you watch it to make sure it's okay.
you supervise it.
This is an excellent word to use when you want to talk about your job responsibilities.
Right.
Oversee.
Great. And our last word for language takeaway, it's kind of tricky. So let's listen to how it was used in our dialogue.
That alone means I have 1,500 employees under me. That alone means I have 1,500 employees under me.
So this guy has 1,500 employees under him, meaning he supervises 1,500 employees.
Right, he manages 1,500 employees.
He must be a busy man.
Yes, for 1,500 employees. How many employees do you have under you, Erica?
2.
Yeah, not quite as much as 1,500.
Yeah, guess I'm not a VP right yet, hey?
Not yet, but you will.
Okay.
All right, so with this in mind, we are ready to listen to our dialogue for a second time, and this time it's going to be slower.
Oh, look, there's Caroline and her boyfriend. She's always going on about him at the office. Oh, great, they saw us. They're coming this way.
Oh, man.
Jessica! Arthur! Hi! I'd like you to meet my boyfriend, Greg. He's the VP of Quality and Safety for a top Fortune 500 food company.
Nice to meet you. This is my husband, Arthur.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Caroline talks about you all the time. I guess you must be pretty busy at work.
Well, yeah. A VP position is not easy, you know. I implement policies and procedures nationwide of various departments, as well as train junior managers in FDA and EPA regulations. I also have to oversee daily operations of our quality control for the entire East Coast. That alone means I have 1,500 employees under me.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds exciting.
And what about you, Arthur? What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a Top Gun pilot.
Okay, great stuff. With this, now we can start with our fluency builder for today.
Fluency builder.
We heard some excellent phrases in this dialogue, some phrases that sound really natural, hey?
Yes, especially the first one that we have today is whenever someone talks and talks and talks and continuously talks without stopping, you would say,
She's always going on about him at the office. She's always going on about him at the office.
This is a really natural way of saying keeps talking about.
right, keeps talking about him.
Yep. So we have a few examples of how this phrase works. Let's listen.
Example 1.
My boss is always going on about how we need to save money. It's all he talks about.
Example 2.
Gary is always going on about his kids. He's always talking about how smart they are.
Example 3.
My mom is always going on about how I should get married.
Okay, excellent. It's clear now.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to our second phrase for today. And this is a great one to use whenever you meet someone for the first time.
Or when you start to talk to someone for the first time.
Great.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
So this is a really relaxed and natural way of saying, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just say, hey, how's it going?
Yep.
Great.
Really natural sounding.
Now, our third phrase is the most important one of our dialogue,
Yes.
and it's a really common situation.
When someone asks you about your job, they might say this.
Arthur, what do you do for a living? Arthur, what do you do for a living?
So this is a really great way of asking what work do you do or what is your job?
Yes. I know a lot of students sometimes say, what is your job?
Yeah, and that is, it's kind of correct, but not really.
It doesn't sound very natural.
Right.
So you want to use what do you do or
What do you do for a living?
sounds great.
That's the way you ask someone what is their job.
And that's how you sound supernatural.
Okay, so we're ready now to listen to our dialogue a last time. And now you are ready to understand everything.
Oh, look, there's Caroline and her boyfriend. She's always going on about him at the office. Great, they saw us. They're coming this way.
Oh, man.
Jessica, Arthur, hi. I'd like you to meet my boyfriend, Greg. He's the VP of Quality and Safety for a top Fortune 500 food company.
Nice to meet you. This is my husband, Arthur.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Caroline talks about you all the time. I guess you must be pretty busy at work.
Well, yeah, VP position is not easy, you know. I implement policies and procedures nationwide, various departments, as well as train junior managers in FDA and EPA regulations. I also have to oversee daily operations of our quality control for the entire East Coast. That alone means I have 1,500 employees under me.
Wow, yeah, that sounds exciting.
And what about you, Arthur? What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a Top Gun pilot.
Okay, so I have a little challenge for our listeners today.
What is it?
2 challenges, actually.
Okay.
The first one, who performs the song that you heard, and what is the song called?
Okay, I don't know the answer, so I'm looking forward to seeing what users do.
And the second one is, what is the number 1 company in the Fortune 500?
Oh, I also don't know this answer.
2 great questions, so I expect to see your answers on the comments page, but also we want to know about your profession.
Yes, tell us about your job. Tell us what you do, and use some of the great phrases you learned today to describe your answer.
Great.
Talking about jobs. When people meet for the first time, they often ask about jobs. Talking about jobs is a common topic in conversations. People may ask what you do, where you work, or if you like your job. When you talk about your job, you can say the name of your job and give a little more information. For example, you can say, I am a teacher. I work at a school, or I am a doctor. I help sick people. If you do not have a job, you can say, I am looking for a job, or I am a student. Some people work part-time, and others work full-time. You can also talk about jobs you want in the future. You might say, I want to be a nurse, or I want to work in an office. When you ask someone about their job, you can say, what do you do? Or where do you work? You can also ask, do you like your job? This helps you learn more about their work and life. Talking about jobs is a good way to practice English and learn about different people. Different types of jobs. There are many different types of jobs in the world. Some people work in offices, while others work outside. Some jobs are quiet and calm, while others are busy and fast. Each job is important, and people do many different things to help others and earn money. Some jobs are in the service industry. These jobs help people with their daily needs. For example, a cashier works in a store and helps customers buy things. A waiter or waitress works in a restaurant and serves food. A hairdresser cuts and styles people's hair. These jobs often require talking to many people and being friendly. People who work in these jobs usually stand or move around a lot during the day. Other jobs are in healthcare. These jobs help people stay healthy or get better when they are sick. Doctors examine patients and give medicine. Nurses take care of patients and help them feel comfortable. Pharmacists give medicine to people and explain how to use it. Healthcare jobs are very important because they help people feel better and live healthy lives. People in these jobs often work long hours, but their work helps the community. There are also jobs in education. Teachers work at schools and help students learn new things. They teach subjects like math, science, and English. Some teachers work with young children, and others teach teenagers or adults. Librarians work in libraries and help people find books and information. Education jobs are important because they help people grow and learn. People who work in these jobs need to be patient, kind, and good at explaining things. Some people work in transportation. Drivers move people and goods from one place to another. Bus drivers take people to work, school, and other places. Delivery drivers bring packages to homes and businesses. Pilots fly airplanes to different cities and countries. People who work in transportation need to be careful, follow rules, and help people travel safely. Many people work in offices. Office workers do many different tasks, such as answering phones, writing emails, and organizing documents. Some people work in customer service and help customers with questions or problems. Others work with computers and manage information. Office jobs are often quiet, and people usually sit at a desk. People who work in offices need to be organized and able to work with others. There are also jobs in construction. Construction workers build houses, roads, and other buildings. They use tools to measure, cut, and put things together. Electricians work with wires and make sure buildings have power. Plumbers fix pipes for water and gas. Construction jobs are physical, and workers often work outside in all kinds of weather. These jobs are important because they create the places where people live and work. Some jobs are in entertainment. Actors perform in movies, television shows, or plays. Musicians play instruments and sing. Athletes play sports and entertain fans. People who work in entertainment often practice for many hours to be good at what they do. Their work brings joy to others and helps people relax and have fun. Farming is another important job. Farmers grow food like fruits, vegetables, and grains. Some farmers take care of animals like cows, chickens, and sheep. Farming jobs are hard work because farmers wake up early and work outside. Their work is important because it provides food for everyone. Many people also work in technology. Computer programmers write code and create software. IT support workers help people when they have problems with their computers. Technology jobs are growing fast because many people use computers and the internet every day. People in these jobs often work with machines and need to solve problems. Each job is special, and every job helps society in some way. People choose their jobs for different reasons. Some people want to help others, while others want to work with their hands. Some people want a job that is quiet, while others like a busy, active job. No matter the job, every worker is important in making the world a better place. Finding and getting a job. Finding and getting a job is an important step in life. People look for jobs for many reasons. Some people want to earn money to support themselves or their families. Others want to follow their interests and do work they enjoy. Some people want to learn new skills, and others want to help their community. No matter the reason, finding a job takes time, effort, and preparation. The first step to finding a job is knowing what kind of work you want to do. Some people want to work with their hands, while others want to work with computers. Some people like working with other people, while others prefer working alone. It is helpful to think about your skills and interests. For example, if you like helping people, you might enjoy working as a nurse, teacher, or customer service worker. If you enjoy building things, you might like working in construction or as a mechanic. Once you know what kind of job you want, you need to find job opportunities. Many people look for jobs online. There are websites where companies post job openings. You can search by job type, location, and experience level. Some people find jobs through friends or family. This is called networking. If you know someone who works at a company, they might tell you about a job. Another way to find a job is to visit businesses and ask if they are hiring. This works well for jobs in stores, restaurants, and small businesses. When you find a job you want, the next step is to apply for it. Many jobs ask for a resume. A resume is a document that shows your work experience, skills, and education. It is important to make your resume clear and easy to read. You should include your contact information so the employer can reach you. Some jobs also ask for a cover letter. A cover letter is a short letter where you explain why you want the job and why you are a good fit. It is a chance to show your personality and interest in the job. After you apply for a job, you may be invited to an interview. An interview is a meeting where you talk to the employer. They will ask you questions to learn more about you. Common questions include, why do you want this job? And what are your strengths? It is important to be polite and honest during an interview. You should also dress neatly and arrive on time. Employers want to hire people who are responsible and respectful. During the interview, you can also ask questions about the job. You might want to know about the work schedule, the team you will work with, or the tasks you will do. Asking questions shows that you are interested and serious about the job. If the interview goes well, the employer may offer you the job. Sometimes they will call or email you later with a decision. If you get the job, you may need to sign a contract. A contract is an agreement between you and the employer. It explains your job duties, work hours, and salary. You should read the contract carefully and ask questions if you do not understand something. Starting a new job can be exciting and challenging. On your first day, it is important to listen carefully and follow instructions. You may meet new coworkers and learn how to do your tasks. It is normal to feel nervous, but with time, you will feel more comfortable. Being on time, working hard, and being kind to others will help you succeed. Sometimes people do not get the job they want. This can feel disappointing, but it is normal. You can learn from the experience and try again. It is helpful to ask for feedback if possible. Feedback can help you improve your resume, interview skills, or work experience. The more you try, the better you will become at finding and getting a job. Many people change jobs during their lives. Some people want a better salary, while others want new challenges. Learning new skills can help you find better jobs. You can take classes, read books, or learn from others at work. Being open to learning and growing can lead to more job opportunities in the future. Finding and getting a job is a process. It takes time, patience, and hard work. Each step from deciding what you want to do, to applying, interviewing, and starting a new job is important. With effort and a positive attitude, you can find a job that fits your skills and goals. Success and growth in a job. Getting a job is an important achievement, but succeeding and growing in a job is also very important. Success at work means doing your job well, improving your skills, and building good relationships with others. It takes time, effort, and a positive attitude to grow in any job. People who work hard and continue learning often have better career opportunities and feel more satisfied with their work. One of the most important parts of being successful in a job is doing your work carefully and on time. Employers appreciate workers who complete tasks correctly and meet deadlines. It is important to follow instructions and ask questions if you do not understand something. Being organized helps you manage your time well. You can make a to-do list to keep track of your work. This helps you stay focused and complete tasks in the right order. When you do your work well, your employer will trust you with more responsibilities. Good communication is also important for success in a job. In most jobs, you need to talk with your coworkers, managers, or customers. It is important to listen carefully and speak clearly. When you listen, you understand instructions better and avoid mistakes. Speaking clearly helps you share your ideas and ask for help when needed. Writing emails and messages in a polite and professional way is also a key skill. Good communication makes the workplace more friendly and helps everyone work together smoothly. Being reliable is another important quality for success. Reliable workers come to work on time and finish their tasks without being reminded. If you promise to do something, it is important to do it. If you cannot finish on time, you should tell your manager and ask for help if needed. Employers value people who are dependable because it helps the business run smoothly. Having a positive attitude can also help you succeed at work. Every job has easy and difficult parts. It is normal to face challenges or make mistakes, but staying positive helps you keep going. When problems arise, try to find solutions instead of giving up. People with a positive attitude are easier to work with, and this helps create a better work environment. Employers often notice workers who are friendly, helpful, and willing to learn new things. Another way to grow in your job is by learning new skills. Many jobs change over time, and learning new skills helps you keep up. You can ask your manager if there are new tasks you can try. You can also take classes, attend workshops, or study on your own. For example, learning how to use new computer programs can help you work faster. If you work in customer service, learning better communication skills can help you handle customer questions and problems more easily. When you learn new skills, you become more valuable to your employer. Building good relationships at work is also important. Being kind and respectful to your coworkers helps create a positive workplace. You should listen to others' ideas and offer help when needed. When you work well with others, teamwork becomes easier. It is also helpful to respect your manager and follow their instructions. Good relationships can lead to new opportunities, such as promotions or better tasks. Receiving feedback is another important part of growing in your job. Feedback is advice or comments about your work. Sometimes feedback is positive, and sometimes it includes areas where you can improve. It is important to listen to feedback with an open mind. If your manager suggests changes, try to follow their advice. This shows that you want to improve and do your best. If you are not sure how to improve, you can ask for help or examples. As you gain experience, you may have opportunities to move to higher positions. Promotions are chances to take on new responsibilities and earn more money. To be ready for a promotion, show that you can handle your current job well and are willing to learn more. You can also let your manager know if you are interested in new opportunities. People who are hardworking, reliable, and skilled often receive promotions. Work-life balance is also important for long-term success. This means managing your job and personal life in a healthy way. It is important to work hard, but rest is also necessary. Taking breaks during the day helps you stay focused. Spending time with family and friends outside of work helps you feel happy and refreshed. When you balance work and personal time, you can do your job better and avoid burnout. Sometimes people decide to change jobs to continue growing. They may want a higher salary, new experiences, or better working conditions. If you want to change jobs, it is important to plan carefully. You can update your resume, practice interview skills, and look for new opportunities. Changing jobs can be a big step, but it can also help you grow and find work that fits your goals. Success and growth in a job take time and effort. Doing your work well, being reliable, learning new skills, and building good relationships are all important. A positive attitude and a willingness to improve can lead to better opportunities. Whether you stay in the same job or move to a new one, these habits will help you succeed and grow throughout your career.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Talk about something a lot.
Go on about.
Top 500 companies rated by revenue.
Fortune 500.
Begin to do something. Put into action.
Implement.
Have the duty or job of taking care of something.
Responsible.
In the whole country.
Nationwide.
Take care of.
Look after.
Watch and direct to make sure a job is done correctly.
Oversee.
Checking goods to make sure that they are good enough to sell.
Quality control.
Working for me.
Under me. Develop relationships.
Look after or take care of complaints.
Handle complaints.
Make arrangements or plans with a group of people.
Coordinate.
Watch and check.
Monitor.
Be in charge of something. Watch and direct.
Supervise.
Make sure.
Ensure. Let's try that faster.
In the whole country.
Nationwide.
Make arrangements or plans with a group of people.
Coordinate.
Watch and direct to make sure a job is done correctly.
Oversee.
Top 500 companies rated by revenue.
Fortune 500.
Take care of.
Look after.
Working for me.
Under me.
Checking goods to make sure that they are good enough to sell.
Quality control.
Be in charge of something. Watch and direct.
Supervise.
Watch and check.
Monitor.
Have the duty or job of taking care of something.
Responsible.
Make sure.
Ensure.
Begin to do something. Put into action.
Implement. Develop relationships.
Look after or take care of complaints.
Handle complaints.
Talk about something a lot.
Go on about. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Go on about. My boss is always going on about how we need to save money. It's all he talks about. Go on about. Gary is always going on about his kids. He's always talking about how smart they are. Go on about. My mum is always going on about how I should get married. Implement. Our company has to implement this sales strategy. Implement. Sarah will be responsible for implementing the plan. Implement. I implemented several new policies. According to company regulations, we have to fly economy class. You need to make sure that you follow the rules and regulations. Government regulations do not allow us to import raw meat. Oversee. In my last job, I oversaw recruitment. Oversee. Jason, can you oversee this project? Oversee. I'm overseeing the budget in my department. Nationwide. Nationwide, we have 500 stores. Nationwide. The government will be starting nationwide testing of grade 4 students. Nationwide. There is a nationwide shortage of doctors. Under me. In your new job, you'll have 18 employees under you. Under me. I don't have any employees under me. Under me. Frank has 12 managers working under him. Quality control. Our quality control measures help make sure that there are no mistakes in our product. Quality control. I am responsible for quality control in our factory. Quality control. We have poor quality control, and so there are a lot of problems with our product. And today we're bringing you another great lesson, and this time we're going to be shopping.
That's right. Actually, a lot of our users asked for some lessons about shopping, right?
Exactly. And I think one of the most important things when you go shopping is to get a good price.
That's right.
So we're going to be teaching you how to bargain.
So Marco, you just mentioned a really great word. Let's look at it in vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, so we're going to preview the word bargain today.
Bargain.
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 Now, this is an interesting word because it's a verb and a noun.
That's right. So a bargain is a good price, right?
Okay, so a bargain is a good price.
Yeah, this t-shirt was a bargain. I only paid $1 for it.
Okay, so that is a bargain.
Yes.
But to bargain as a verb.
To try and get a good price.
So it's very similar to negotiate.
Yeah, so I would say it costs $100.
And then I would say maybe, no, I'll give you 50.
75.
And then I'll say 60.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And that's to bargain, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to be bargaining. Let's listen to the dialogue for the first time as we have a woman bargaining in a store, right?
That's right.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, this dress is really nice. How much is it?
That one is $150.
$150. What about this other one over here?
That's $140.
That's a bit out of my price range. Can you give me a better deal?
This is an exclusive design by Damarco. It's a bargain at that price.
Well, I don't know. I think I'll shop around.
Okay. How about $100?
That's still more than I wanted to spend. What if I take both dresses?
Okay, I can give you a special discount just because you seem like a nice person. $190 for both.
I don't know. Still a bit pricey. Thanks anyway.
Okay, my final price, $100 for both. That's 2 for the price of 1, and that's my last offer.
Great! You've got a deal.
All right, that was some good bargaining skills right there.
Yeah, and you know what? She used a lot of good language to get a cheaper price, didn't she?
Yeah, that was good. So let's take a look at this language in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, the first word we have in Language Takeaway today, price range.
Price range.
Price range.
Price range.
Price range, what does that mean exactly?
So price range is the minimum and the maximum that you're willing to spend for a thing that you want to buy.
Exactly. So in the dialogue we heard, it's out of my price range.
It's more than I can spend.
More than I could spend.
Yep.
Okay, let's look at our next word. Shop around.
Shop around.
Shop around.
Shop around.
So she said, I think I'll shop around.
Right. So she wants to check in a few other stores to see if there's a better price.
If I shop around, I'm going and trying to compare prices maybe.
Exactly. This is a really good shopping technique.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Okay, and let's look at our last word. Pricey.
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 So something that's pricey is...
Expensive.
Expensive.
Yep. This is a more sort of informal way of saying expensive.
Exactly. So instead of saying, wow, that car is really expensive.
It's really pricey.
It's really pricey.
Yep.
Okay, let's listen to our dialogue for the second time, and it's going to be slowed down a bit.
So you'll understand some of these great words a little bit better.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, this dress is really nice. How much is it?
That one is $150.
$150? What about this other one over here?
That's $140.
That's a bit out of my price range. Can you give me a better deal?
This is an exclusive design by Damarco. It's a bargain at that price.
Well, I don't know. I think I'll shop around.
Okay. How about $100?
That's still more than I wanted to spend. What if I take both dresses?
Okay. I can give you a special discount just because you seem like a nice person. $190 for both.
I don't know. It's still a bit pricey. Thanks anyway.
Okay, my final price. $100 for both. That's 2 for the price of 1. That's my last offer.
Great! You've got a deal.
So we've covered the language in this dialogue. Now let's take a look at some of the phrases in putting it together.
Putting it together.
So, Marco, in this dialogue, there's a lot of really useful phrases to help you get a better price when you shop, right?
Exactly.
So the first one we have is, can you give me a better deal?
Can you give me a better deal?
Can you give me a better deal?
So if I'm shopping and something is too expensive,
Yeah.
I would use this sentence with the shopkeeper.
Yeah. So you might say, hey, this is out of my price range. Could you give me a better deal?
Can you give me a better deal?
Yep.
Okay, we have some examples of can you give me a better deal? Let's listen.
Hi there. I like this model, but can you give me a better deal?
I'll see what I can do. Have you checked other places?
Yes, I've been shopping around a bit. Just want to get the best price.
Makes sense. What's your price range?
Ideally, something a little lower than what's listed here.
Okay, let me check if there are any promotions on this model.
That would be great. Thanks.
Looks like we have a small discount. It's not much, but it helps.
I appreciate that. Do you think there's any more flexibility?
Well, how soon are you looking to buy?
Pretty soon. I want to make sure I'm getting a fair price.
I understand. Are you comparing this model with others?
Yes, but this one has what I need. I just need a good deal on it.
What if I throw in a small accessory? Would that help?
That could work. What do you have in mind?
We have a few options: a case, or maybe a charging dock.
A charging dock would be useful, but could the price go down a bit more?
Let me see. If you're ready to decide today, I might be able to adjust it a bit more.
That's tempting. How much could you adjust?
Maybe 5% off, if that helps.
I appreciate that. Could we go 10%?
10% might be tough. How about I meet you halfway?
All right. Halfway sounds fair. Can you add the charging dock, too?
I can add the dock, yes. So, you're ready to go with this deal?
Almost. Any chance you could include an extended warranty?
The basic warranty's included. The extended one is extra, but I could discount it.
How much discount on the extended warranty?
I can offer 20% off the extended warranty. Does that sound good?
That's better. Let's go ahead with that.
Perfect. I'll get everything set up for you.
Thank you. This worked out well.
So you can see here that you can say, can you give me a better deal? Or, can you give me a better price?
All right, let's take a look at the next phrase. That's still more than I wanted to spend.
That's still more than I wanted to spend.
That's still more than I wanted to spend.
So if the seller suggests a really high price, you can say,
that's still more than I wanted to spend. So basically, you're telling the shopkeeper,
still too expensive.
It's still too expensive.
Yeah.
You still don't want to spend that much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a look at our last phrase.
That's my last offer.
That's my last offer.
That's my last offer.
Now, this could work both ways. It could be the shopkeeper that's telling you that.
That's my lowest price.
Right? Or you could say, that's my last offer.
That's my highest price if you are buying it.
Right. Because sometimes when you're bargaining, the shopkeeper will say, all right, what's your best offer? How much will you pay?
$100. That's my final offer.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've looked at a lot of great phrases and words, and now you're ready to bargain and also listen to this dialogue for the third time. And then we'll come back and talk some more.
Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, this dress is really nice. How much is it?
That one is $150.
$150. What about this other one over here?
That's $140.
That's a bit out of my price range. Can you give me a better deal?
This is an exclusive design by Damarco. It's a bargain at that price.
Well, I don't know. I think I'll shop around.
Okay. How about $100?
That's still more than I wanted to spend. What if I take both dresses?
Okay, I can give you a special discount just because you seem like a nice person. $190 for both.
I don't know. Still a bit pricey. Thanks anyway.
Okay, my final price, $100 for both. That's 2 for the price of 1, and that's my last offer.
Great! You've got a deal.
All right, so I know that in Canada, it's not really common to bargain, right?
No, it really isn't. Like, even when you go to the market to buy fruits and vegetables, it's very, very rare to bargain with the shopkeeper. How about in Ecuador?
No, in Ecuador, you definitely bargain.
Really?
Well, if you go to the mall, for example,
Yep.
or if you go to a supermarket, of course you wouldn't really bargain.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you go to a small store or you go to one of the local markets.
Yep.
Then it's more common to bargain.
Yeah.
And you have to because people expect you to bargain.
Really?
Yeah. In many countries in the world, bargaining is almost like an art.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Marco, you are an excellent bargainer, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been known to bargain with the shopkeepers I've been known to bargain a little bit with the shopkeepers and helping out.
A little bit. I mean, you've got better prices than I can even imagine getting.
Yeah, that's a good story. Maybe we'll get JP to go to our comment section and tell you about that.
Yeah.
So we want to know about your countries. Is it common to bargain? Do you really do it? Is it okay? Or when is it okay?
Yes, tell us. Tell us about your country's bargaining customs, and also leave your questions there for us.
Exactly. We'll be there to answer them.
Hi, I'm interested in buying this item, but I was wondering if we could work on the price a bit.
Sure, I'd be happy to discuss it. What price are you hoping to pay?
Well, I noticed it's listed at $70. I was thinking $50 might be more reasonable.
I see where you're coming from, but $50 is quite a bit lower than the listing price. How does $65 sound?
I appreciate that, but $65 is still a bit high for me. I had planned on keeping my spending under $60.
Under $60? You say, I could possibly do $63, but that's getting close to my limit.
$63 is closer, but I still think $58 would be more comfortable for my budget.
I understand, but $58 is really low considering the original price. How about we meet at $60?
I'm glad we're getting closer, but $60 is right on the edge for me. Would $59 work?
You drive a hard bargain. $59. All right, you know what? I can agree to $59.
Thank you. That's very fair. I think $59 is a good deal for both of us.
I agree. It's always satisfying to reach a fair price. Enjoy your purchase.
Thanks. I really appreciate you being flexible with the price.
Anytime. Let me know if you need help with anything else while you're shopping.
I might just take you up on that. I'm always on the lookout for good bargains.
Well, feel free to ask anytime. Happy shopping.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Too expensive, can't afford it.
Out of my price range.
Agreement to buy something.
Deal.
Not common, unique.
Exclusive.
A good deal, a cheap price.
Bargain.
Look in many stores and try and find the best price.
Shop around.
A lowering of the price of something.
Discount.
Expensive.
Pricey.
An opportunity to buy something at a low price.
Offer.
Money in the form of coins and bills.
Cash.
Card that is used to buy things and pay at a later time.
Credit card.
A special discount or offer on goods and services.
Promotion.
To discuss and fight for a better price.
Negotiate.
A free item that is usually given to promote a product.
Freebie. Let's try that faster.
A lowering of the price of something.
Discount.
A good deal, a cheap price.
Bargain.
A free item that is usually given to promote a product.
Freebie.
Too expensive, can't afford it.
Out of my price range.
To discuss and fight for a better price.
Negotiate.
Card that is used to buy things and pay at a later time.
Credit card.
Money in the form of coins and bills.
Cash.
A special discount or offer on goods and services.
Promotion.
Agreement to buy something.
Deal.
An opportunity to buy something at a low price.
Offer.
Look in many stores and try and find the best price.
Shop around.
Expensive.
Pricey.
Not common. Unique.
Exclusive. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Bargain. I got this shirt for half price. What a bargain. Bargain. Let's go shopping. Everything is on sale, and I'm sure we'll find some great bargains. Bargain. If you look around, you'll find some great bargains. Shop around. I'm not sure about it yet. I'm going to shop around for a while. Shop around. Let's shop around and see if we can find it cheaper in another store. Shop around. I was shopping around and I found this computer on sale. Pricey. This restaurant is too pricey for me. Can we go somewhere else? Pricey. This phone is a little pricey, but it is a really good phone. Pricey. I can't afford that trip. It's just too pricey. Out of my price range. No, that computer is out of my price range. Do you have something cheaper? Out of my price range. Honey, you know this restaurant is out of my price range. We can't afford to buy a house in this neighborhood. It's out of our price range. This house is a little bit more than we wanted to spend. We can't afford that car. It's more than we wanted to spend.
Intermediate lesson today, and we're going to study some real English.
English that you use every day, right?
That's right. English that native speakers really use.
Exactly. And today, as Erica mentioned, we have an intermediate lesson. And not only is it intermediate, but it's a business lesson.
Yes. So today we're listening into a sales meeting and we're going to learn some great useful English to talk about sales strategies. So we're going to learn English for sales strategies, for making suggestions, and for responding to suggestions.
Great. So why don't we take a look at our vocabulary preview for today?
Vocabulary preview.
So our vocabulary preview is a part of our lesson when we teach you some really important words that will help you to understand the dialogue better.
Okay, great. So that is what vocabulary preview is. We have 2 words for you today, and we can start off by looking at the first one.
Our first word today is drive sales.
Drive sales.
Drive sales.
To drive sales, and that means?
To increase sales.
Right, to sell more.
Exactly. So to drive sales.
Okay, so now let's look at our second word, and it's an interesting one. It's promotion.
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 So, Erica, what is a promotion exactly?
Okay, so here we're not really talking about getting a better job, right?
Okay, yeah, not like a job promotion.
No, we're talking about a marketing strategy.
Okay, so I can give you an example. Suppose that I want to buy shampoo.
Uh-huh.
And if I go to the supermarket and I see buy one and get one free.
So that's a 2-for-1.
That's a 2-for-1 promotion.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
That's a sales promotion. Or
perhaps the shampoo in the supermarket is less expensive than usual.
Okay.
Usually maybe it costs $5, but today it costs $4. That's a sales promotion.
Great. So that's a really good marketing strategy.
Exactly. And we'll hear this word in our dialogue today.
Great. So we are ready to listen to our dialogue. It's going to be pretty fast, so it might be a little bit difficult to understand.
But don't worry if you don't understand everything, because later in this lesson, we're going to explain all the important words and phrases.
All right, people, we're holding this meeting today because we've got to do something about our sales, and we need to do it now. I want concrete solutions. How do you plan to drive sales? Roger.
Well, in fact, we're the most expensive in the market, so maybe we need to lower our prices to match the competitors?
Lower our prices. Not very creative. It'll never fly with Swan. What kind of thinking is that? Jeez. Anyone have a better plan? Natalie.
Perhaps a promotion. Maybe a 2-for-1 offer or something like that.
What? That's the same thing. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Damn it, people, come on. Think. The CEO will be here any minute.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Do we have any ideas yet?
Yes, Mr. Swan. We were kind of considering a 2-for-1 offer to get more competitive.
A 2-for-1 promotion. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds like something we should consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking. In fact, it's a brilliant idea. I'm glad we thought of that. Very creative.
Okay, so an interesting manager, right?
I don't know about interesting. Maybe I would think bad manager.
We're going to talk about him later on in the show. But now let's take a look at our language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, so language takeaway is the part of our lesson where we teach you the most important words from the dialogue. All these words that we are going to focus on can be found in today's dialogue.
Exactly. So we have 3 words for you today. Let's look at the first one. Match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
Great. So we have some examples for you so you can listen and try and see if you can figure out what match the competitors really means.
Example 1. We guarantee that we can match the competitor's lowest price. Example 2.
It's impossible for us to match the competitors. Our costs are just too high.
Example 3. Do you think we can match our competitors' prices and still keep our quality high?
Okay, so I see that match the competitors means to be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
Exactly. Match the competitors.
All right, so let's move to our second word today for language takeaways, and it is in the market.
In the market.
In the market.
In the market.
We heard this phrase in the dialogue, and it means in the industry.
Exactly. I can say, for example, English Pod is the best language pod in the market.
So, of all the podcasts that teach English, English Pod is the best.
Of course, no doubt about it.
I totally agree.
Right. Or I can give you another example. iPods are the most popular MP3 players in the market.
So, of all the MP3 players in the world, iPods are the most popular. So let's move to our final word for today, and it is...
It'll never fly.
It'll never fly.
It'll never fly.
It will never fly.
So this phrase sounds a little bit strange.
I know, fly? Are we talking about an airplane here? What's going on?
Exactly, but we're not. So we're going to give you some examples and try and guess what it'll never fly really means.
Example 1. This marketing plan will never fly. It's just too expensive. Example 2.
What? You want to sell bikinis in Alaska? That'll never fly.
Example 3. Brad told me his idea for a film script, but the story will never fly. It's not interesting enough.
So it means it won't work.
It won't work. It's not a good idea.
They'll never agree.
Exactly. Great, so now we've seen a lot of useful phrases and we are ready to listen to our dialogue a second time. But this time it's going to be slow.
So you'll be able to understand a little bit better and you'll be able to hear the words and phrases we were just talking about.
All right, people. We're holding this meeting today because we've got to do something about our sales. And we need to do it now. I want concrete solutions. How do you plan to drive sales, Roger?
Well, in fact, we're the most expensive in the market. So maybe we need to lower our prices to match the competitors.
Lower our prices. Not very creative. It'll never fly with Swan. What kind of thinking is that? Geez. Anybody else have a better plan? Natalie?
Perhaps, a promotion. Maybe a 2-for-1 offer or something like that.
What? That's the same thing. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Damn it, people, come on. Think. The CEO will be here any minute.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Do we have any ideas yet?
Yes, Mr. Swan. We were kind of considering a 2-for-1 offer to get more competitive.
A 2-for-1 promotion. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds like something we should consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking. In fact, that's a brilliant idea. I'm glad we thought of that. Very creative.
Okay, great. I hope everyone understands a lot better now.
And I hope everyone could listen out for some of those key words.
Right, so now it's time for us to take a look at Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
So with Fluency Builder, we try to help you increase your fluency. We take a word or phrase that you already know and show you how to say it a little bit more naturally, a little bit more like a native English speaker.
Right, and we have 3 of these words for you today.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first one. Okay, so often students will say something like,
I'll be here soon.
Or
I will arrive soon.
Right, and these sentences are correct.
They're totally fine, but I think there's a better way to say this.
Right, and we heard it in the dialogue, so let's listen to what the person in the dialogue said.
The CEO will be here any minute. The CEO will be here any minute.
Okay, so be here any minute. He'll be here any minute. It just sounds a little bit more natural.
Yeah, I think I use this phrase quite often. He'll be here any minute.
He'll be here soon.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so let's move on to our second phrase for Fluency Builder.
So this phrase will help you to learn how to say, I'm thinking about something in a better sounding way.
Right, so you can say something like, we are thinking about a sales strategy.
Or, that sounds like something we should think about.
Right, and it's perfectly correct.
Yeah, there's no problem with this.
But in the dialogue, we heard something a little bit different, so let's listen to it.
It sounds like something we should consider. It sounds like something we should consider.
So consider sounds like a pretty natural way of saying it, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I think it sounds really kind of smart.
Yeah, it sounds more formal even.
A little more
times.
professional.
Yeah. It's a good word.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So let's move on to our third word.
Marco, you already said our third word.
Oh, yeah, I actually did. Brilliant. That's a great word right there.
Yeah. A lot of people might say, that's a great idea, or great. But in the dialogue, we heard another way of saying the same idea.
That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea.
Okay, so this is great, but I would have to say that it's a little bit more British English.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there, but I also think it sort of gives more power to this idea that it's a good idea, brilliant idea.
That it's a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're ready to listen to our dialogue again a third time, but at its normal speed.
All right, people, we're holding this meeting today because we've got to do something about our sales, and we need to do it now. I want concrete solutions. How do you plan to drive sales? Roger.
Well, in fact, we're the most expensive in the market, so maybe we need to lower our prices to match the competitors?
Lower our prices. Not very creative. It'll never fly with Swan. What kind of thinking is that? Jeez. Anyone have a better plan? Natalie.
Perhaps a promotion. Maybe a 2-for-1 offer or something like that.
What? It's the same thing. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Damn it, people, come on. Think. The CEO will be here any minute.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Do we have any ideas yet?
Yes, Mr. Swan. We were kind of considering a 2-for-1 offer to get more competitive.
A 2-for-1 promotion. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds like something we should consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking. In fact, it's a brilliant idea. I'm glad we thought of that. Very creative.
Alright, so listening to this dialogue makes you think about this boss. I'm pretty sure everyone has had a manager or a supervisor that's similar to this guy.
Yeah, this boss, Clark, I would have to say he sounds like a terrible person to work for.
Yeah, that's true. If you're a manager, you want to motivate your employees.
I think it's the most important thing a manager does is to encourage his or her employees and to help support them to grow and to be better people in the job. And this guy is totally not doing this.
And you can tell because they are a little bit scared of talking, and he cuts them off with saying, oh, it's a bad idea, give me a better idea, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could never work for a guy like this. You know, my first boss that I had when I first entered the workforce, I was in a very junior position and I was working for a large company, and the general manager of the company, he was amazing. He was so encouraging. He knew every single employee's name, first name, And he would, you know, make an effort to stop and say hello and ask them how things were going. And you know what? This left me with such a good feeling about the company that I really wanted to work hard for this company and try my best. And I think that I've never met such a great boss as this guy.
No, I think that's true. Definitely, if you have a boss that's encouraging and motivating like that, it makes you work harder and makes you feel part of a really special team. And that's something we can all agree on, and I'm sure all our managers out there do the same. Well, you know what? I hope some of our listeners log on to our website and maybe they can tell us some experiences with bad managers or good managers, or if they are managers, how they handle things.
Yeah, and hopefully they can use some of these great phrases that we talked about today.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A real or specific solution to a problem.
Concrete solutions.
Increase sales.
Drive sales.
In the industry.
In the market.
Be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
To match the competitors.
Will not work. Will not be approved.
Will never fly.
Something done to make people aware of a product.
Promotion.
Will arrive very soon.
Be here any minute.
Thinking about.
To consider.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
As good as or better than others of the same type.
Competitive.
Make sales successfully.
Win sales.
Plans for a company's sales activities.
Sales strategy.
The process a customer goes through when deciding to buy a product.
Sales cycle.
To sell more than others.
To outsell.
When a customer buys the same brand over and over.
Customer loyalty.
Let's try that faster. Excellent.
Brilliant.
Will arrive very soon.
Be here any minute.
To sell more than others.
To outsell.
Will not work. Will not be approved.
Will never fly.
The process a customer goes through when deciding to buy a product.
Sales cycle.
Something done to make people aware of a product.
Promotion.
In the industry.
In the market.
Increase sales.
Drive sales.
Be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
To match the competitors.
As good as or better than others of the same type.
Competitive.
Make sales successfully.
Win sales.
Plans for a company's sales activities.
Sales strategy.
When a customer buys the same brand over and over.
Customer loyalty.
Thinking about.
To consider.
A real or specific solution to a problem.
Concrete solutions.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Drive sales. If we want to drive sales, I think we need to spend more time training our salespeople. Drive sales. The most important thing for us right now is to focus on driving sales. Drive sales. I think if we increase our marketing budget, it will help us to drive sales in the fourth quarter. I expect each of you to come to the meeting tomorrow with concrete solutions for our recruitment problem. Dale, have you come up with any concrete solution? I'm sorry, but I just can't offer any concrete solutions right now. Promotion. We can't have a sales promotion right now because our costs are too high. Promotion. The department store is offering a promotion. Everything is 50% off. Let's go shopping. Promotion. A 2-for-1 promotion might be a way to attract new customers. We guarantee that we can match the competitor's lowest price. It's impossible for us to match the competitors. Our costs are just too high. Do you think we can match the competitors' quality and still keep our price low? In the market. English Pod is the best podcast in the market. In the market. iPods are the most popular MP3 players in the market. In the market. Our product is the cheapest in the market. Will never fly. This marketing plan will never fly. We just don't have enough money for it. Will never fly. I like that idea, but it'll never fly with management. Will never fly. Brad told me his idea for a film script, but the story will never fly. It's not interesting enough. Be here any minute. Hurry up! The bus will be here any minute. Be here any minute. Nick just called. He said he should be here any minute. Be here any minute. Is everything prepared for the meeting? The CEO will be here any minute. To consider. We're considering a sales promotion. To consider. I think we need to consider a new sales strategy. To consider. Have you considered reducing the price? Brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. Brilliant. This is a brilliant marketing plan. Brilliant.
Alright, so listening to this dialogue makes you think about this boss. I'm pretty sure everyone has had a manager or a supervisor that's similar to this guy.
Yeah, this boss, Clark, I would have to say he sounds like a terrible person to work for.
Yeah, that's true. If you're a manager, you want to motivate your employees.
I think it's the most important thing a manager does is to encourage his or her employees and to help support them to grow and to be better people in the job. And this guy is totally not doing this.
And you can tell because they are a little bit scared of talking, and he cuts them off with saying, oh, it's a bad idea, give me a better idea, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could never work for a guy like this. You know, my first boss that I had when I first entered the workforce, I was in a very junior position and I was working for a large company, and the general manager of the company, he was amazing. He was so encouraging. He knew every single employee's name, first name, and he would, make an effort to stop and say hello and ask them how things were going. And you know what? This left me with such a good feeling about the company that I really wanted to work hard for this company and try my best. And I think that I've never met such a great boss as this guy.
No, I think that's true. Definitely, if you have a boss that's encouraging and motivating like that, it makes you work harder and makes you feel part of a really special team. And that's something we can all agree on, and I'm sure all our managers out there do the same. Well, you know what? I hope some of our listeners log on to our website and maybe they can tell us some experiences with bad managers or good managers, or if they are managers, how they handle things.
Yeah, and hopefully they can use some of these great phrases that we talked about today.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A real or specific solution to a problem.
Concrete solutions.
Increase sales.
Drive sales.
In the industry.
In the market.
Be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
To match the competitors.
Will not work. Will not be approved.
Will never fly.
Something done to make people aware of a product.
Promotion.
Will arrive very soon.
Be here any minute.
Thinking about.
To consider.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
As good as or better than others of the same type.
Competitive.
Make sales successfully.
Win sales.
Plans for a company's sales activities.
Sales strategy.
The process a customer goes through when deciding to buy a product.
Sales cycle.
To sell more than others.
To outsell.
When a customer buys the same brand over and over.
Customer loyalty.
Let's try that faster. Excellent.
Brilliant.
Will arrive very soon.
Be here any minute.
To sell more than others.
To outsell.
Will not work. Will not be approved.
Will never fly.
The process a customer goes through when deciding to buy a product.
Sales cycle.
Something done to make people aware of a product.
Promotion.
In the industry.
In the market.
Increase sales.
Drive sales.
Be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
To match the competitors.
As good as or better than others of the same type.
Competitive.
Make sales successfully.
Win sales.
Plans for a company's sales activities.
Sales strategy.
When a customer buys the same brand over and over.
Customer loyalty.
Thinking about.
To consider.
A real or specific solution to a problem.
Concrete solutions.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Drive sales. If we want to drive sales, I think we need to spend more time training our salespeople. Drive sales. The most important thing for us right now is to focus on driving sales. Drive sales. I think if we increase our marketing budget, it will help us to drive sales in the fourth quarter. I expect each of you to come to the meeting tomorrow with concrete solutions for our recruitment problem. Dale, have you come up with any concrete solution? I'm sorry, but I just can't offer any concrete solutions right now. Promotion. We can't have a sales promotion right now because our costs are too high. Promotion. The department store is offering a promotion. Everything is 50% off. Let's go shopping. Promotion. A 2-for-1 promotion might be a way to attract new customers. We guarantee that we can match the competitor's lowest price. It's impossible for us to match the competitors. Our costs are just too high. Do you think we can match the competitors' quality and still keep our price low? In the market. English Pod is the best podcast in the market. In the market. iPods are the most popular MP3 players in the market. In the market. Our product is the cheapest in the market. Will never fly. This marketing plan will never fly. We just don't have enough money for it. Will never fly. I like that idea, but it'll never fly with management. Will never fly. Brad told me his idea for a film script, but the story will never fly. It's not interesting enough. Be here any minute. Hurry up! The bus will be here any minute. Be here any minute. Nick just called. He said he should be here any minute. Be here any minute. Is everything prepared for the meeting? The CEO will be here any minute. To consider. We're considering a sales promotion. To consider. I think we need to consider a new sales strategy. To consider. Have you considered reducing the price? Brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. Brilliant. This is a brilliant marketing plan. Brilliant. What a brilliant suggestion. Thanks, Roger. So thanks for listening today, everyone. And until next time, this is goodbye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Olivia. Today, I want to share with you about a day in my lovely family's life. First, meet my dad. He's often in our garden looking after colorful flowers. Every flower has a name, and Dad knows them all. He loves teaching me about them. Here is my mom. She's often singing a happy tune while she knits. She's the one who makes sure we have warm sweaters for the cold winter days. Do you know? They met at a music concert a long time ago and have been together ever since. Then there's my elder brother, Jake. If he's not in school, he's in the garage. He loves fixing things, especially his bicycle. I'm his younger sister, and he's always showing me how to ride safely. We often race each other around the block, laughing as we go. Now, let's not forget my loving grandparents. They have a special spot in the living room where they love doing crossword puzzles. They have so many memories and stories. They often talk about the days they danced at local festivals. We love looking at their old happy photos where they wear bright, colorful clothes. Wait, there's more. My twin cousins, Lucy and Luna, are always a bundle of joy. They are always playing, laughing, and running around. Their parents, my dear uncle and aunt, often share tales of their latest travels. On each visit, they surprise us with interesting little gifts from places they've been. Lunchtime is special. We all gather, enjoy Mom's delicious pies, and chat about everything. Sometimes, for a treat, Dad makes a sweet lemonade, which Jake and I absolutely love. As the evening comes and the stars begin to shine, we gather outside. We talk, laugh, and enjoy being together. My family is all about love, fun, and precious moments.
Welcome, my friends. I hope you all are doing well. Today, I have something truly special for you. We all know that English is the most important language in the world. If you want a good job, you should know English. If you want to travel the world, you should learn English. If you want to start a business, English will help you connect with international clients. Even if you just want to watch movies, listen to music, or scroll through social media, English is everywhere. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why is English the global language? What makes it so special? How did one language dominate the entire world while thousands of others faded into the background? And most importantly, how can English change your life? Today, we are going to uncover the shocking truth behind why English became the most powerful language in the world. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an important lesson like this one. Now let's start with the real reasons behind English's global domination. Let's go back in time. 1,500 years ago. English was not the global language. In fact, it was just a local language spoken by a few small groups of people in England. At that time, powerful languages were Latin, Greek, Chinese, and Arabic. These were the languages of empires, trade, and religion. English was considered a simple, unimportant language spoken only by people in a small island nation. So, how did it go from a small language to the #1 language in the world? The answer lies in history, power, and globalization. Now imagine this. It's the 1600s, and England is a growing power. But England is not the biggest country in the world. Other empires like Spain and France are much stronger. But England had a secret weapon. Its navy. The British built one of the strongest navies in history. They started traveling, conquering, and colonizing different parts of the world. Soon, India, Africa, Australia, and parts of America were under British control. With British rule came the English language. Here's the key part. Even after these countries gained independence, English remained the language of government, business, and education. That's why even today, India, Nigeria, and South Africa still use English as an official language. Now that we understand how the British Empire spread English across the world, let's move to the next chapter of this story. Because even though the British helped English reach many countries, that alone was not enough to make it the world's dominant language. There was another major event that changed everything. Something even bigger than the British Empire. And that event was the rise of the United States of America. The year was 1945. The world had just gone through one of the deadliest conflicts in history, World War II. Many of the most powerful countries like Britain, Germany, and France were left in ruins. Their economies were broken. Their cities were destroyed, and they had lost millions of people in the war. But there was one country that became stronger than ever, the United States. Unlike Europe, America did not suffer massive destruction on its land. Instead, its economy had grown even more powerful during the war. It had the strongest industries, the most advanced technology, and the most stable government. And with great power comes great influence. After the war, America started leading the world in almost every area: politics, economics, science, entertainment, and technology. And with America's rise came the second great wave of English dominance. Let's break it down. 1. The dollar became the world's money. One of the biggest reasons English became so dominant was because of money. After World War II, the American dollar became the most powerful currency in the world. Almost every major country started using the dollar for international trade, banking, and business. Think about this. When countries buy oil, they pay in dollars. When businesses trade across borders, they use dollars. When people invest in global markets, they rely on the American financial system. And because money and business go hand in hand, the language of business became English. Even today, if you want to work for an international company, negotiate deals, or start a global business, you must know English. 2. America created modern entertainment and pop culture. The second major factor that made English so powerful was Hollywood and the music industry. During the 20th century, America became the world's entertainment leader. Before this, people around the world enjoyed local movies, music, and literature in their own languages. But after the war, Hollywood movies and American music started dominating the entire world. The biggest films were made in Hollywood. The most famous music artists were from America. The most popular TV shows were in English. As a result, more and more people started watching movies in English, listening to English songs, and dreaming of speaking English like their favorite stars. Even today, the most successful music albums, Netflix shows, and the Hollywood blockbusters are in English. And because people love entertainment, they naturally learn English without even realizing it. 3. The internet was built in English. Imagine a world without the internet. Today, we use it for everything: learning, working, socializing, shopping, and even entertainment. But here's the thing. When the internet was created, almost everything was in English. The first websites were in English. The biggest tech companies, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, were American. The programming languages that power the internet were also written in English. Because of this, English became the dominant language of the online world. Even today, most websites are in English. Many software programs require knowledge of English. If you want to succeed in the digital age, you must understand English. This means that whether you are studying, doing business, or just using social media, English is everywhere. 4. English became the language of science and innovation. One of the most important reasons English became the most powerful language is because it became the language of science, medicine, and technology. Think about this. The most important scientific research is published in English. The biggest universities in the world teach in English. The most advanced medical discoveries are shared in English. The most successful tech companies operate in English. If you are a scientist, doctor, or engineer, and you want to share your work with the world, you must do it in English. This is why students and professionals from countries like China, India, Brazil, and Russia all study English. They know that if they want to be part of global progress, they must speak the global language. 5. America's military and political influence. English also became powerful because of America's military and political influence. After World War II, America became the world's most powerful country, not just in business and technology, but also in military strength and politics. The United Nations, the most important global organization, uses English as one of its main languages. The world's most powerful military alliance, NATO, operates in English. When world leaders meet for international summits, they often speak English. In short, if you want to participate in global politics, you need to understand English. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. English is not the most spoken language in the world. Mandarin Chinese has more native speakers. Spanish is spoken across many countries. But English is the most useful and powerful language in human history. Why? Because of money, business, entertainment, the internet, science, and global politics. If you know English, you can. Get better job opportunities anywhere in the world. Travel easily and communicate with people from different countries. Learn new skills faster because most educational content is in English. Start an international business and reach more customers. enjoy global entertainment without waiting for translations. This is why English is not just a language. It's a global skill. We explored how English became the most powerful language in the world. We saw how the British Empire spread it to different continents, and how America's rise made it essential in business, science, entertainment, and technology. But now, we have a big question to answer. Will English remain the global language forever? Or could another language like Chinese, Spanish, or even artificial intelligence AI translations replace it? Now we will go deep into this topic and break it down step by step in a way that's super easy to understand. By the end, you'll have a clear idea of what the future of the English language might look like. So, let's get started. Why English is still getting stronger. Even though many people ask if English will lose its power, the reality is that English is not just staying strong, it's growing stronger. Let's look at some facts that prove this. A. More people are learning English than ever before. Did you know that right now, more than 1.5 billion people around the world are learning English? That's almost 20% of the entire world's population. Even countries where English is not an official language, like China, Russia, Brazil, and Germany, are making English a mandatory subject in schools. Why? Because parents, students, and professionals all understand one thing. If you know English, you have better opportunities. You can get better jobs. You can study at the world's best universities. You can communicate with anyone around the world. Even in small villages in Africa or remote towns in Asia, English learning centers are opening every day. This means that English is not just a language, it has become a life skill. And this demand is still increasing every single year. B. The digital world runs on English. We live in a world that is completely connected by the internet, technology, and social media. And guess what? The internet was built in English. More than 50% of websites on the internet are in English. Most software programming languages are based on English words. If you want to work in technology, AI, coding, or data science, you must know English. Even social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube use English as their primary language. For example, when a new trend starts on social media, it usually starts in English. Most viral videos, memes, and global discussions are in English. Even when people from non-English speaking countries post content, they often use English hashtags to reach a bigger audience. This means that English is not just a language, it is a digital necessity. And in today's world, if something is strong in the digital space, it is strong in the real world too. This is why millions of people in countries like India, China, and Brazil spend years improving their English just to get better jobs. Because in business, knowing English means you have access to higher salaries, international clients, and career growth. So, if a language helps people make money, will they stop learning it? Of course not, and that's another reason why English is still getting stronger. Now, let's discuss the second big question. Could another language take over English as the global language? The answer is, it's possible, but very difficult. Let's look at some of the most powerful languages in the world and see if they could ever replace English. Chinese, Mandarin, the most spoken language. Chinese has more than 1.3 billion native speakers, making it the most spoken language in the world. And China is one of the fastest growing economies with a lot of influence in global trade, manufacturing, and technology. So, could Mandarin replace English? Here's the problem. Chinese is very difficult to learn. It has thousands of characters instead of an alphabet. Grammar and pronunciation are complex. Even if you learn to write Chinese, speaking it fluently is another challenge. China itself encourages English learning. Many Chinese students and professionals prefer to learn English instead of spreading Mandarin worldwide. For these reasons, Mandarin is powerful but unlikely to replace English. Spanish, the second most spoken language. Spanish is spoken by more than 500 million people and is the official language of over 20 countries. Could Spanish become the next global language? Here's the problem. Spanish is mostly spoken in Latin America and Spain. Outside these regions, it is not widely used. Many Spanish-speaking countries themselves prioritize English for business and education. The digital and tech world is still dominated by English. So, while Spanish is growing, it is not strong enough to replace English globally. Artificial intelligence, AI, and automatic translation. Some people argue that in the future, AI-powered translation will make language learning unnecessary. For example, Google Translate is improving. AI tools can now provide real-time voice translation. In the future, people might just wear AI-powered earbuds that instantly translate any language. So, could AI remove the need for English? Not exactly. Here's why. AI translation is still not perfect. Business leaders, scientists, and professionals will still prefer to communicate directly in one common language. English is already deeply integrated into global culture, business, and education. This means that even if AI translation improves, English will remain the dominant global language. So, what does all this mean for the future? Here's what we can expect. English will continue to grow. More people will learn it. More universities will teach in English, and more businesses will require it. English might evolve. In the future, we may see simpler English dialects that make it easier for global learners. Other languages will remain important. Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic will still be powerful, but they won't replace English globally. AI will assist, but not replace English. Technology will make communication easier, but English will still be essential for jobs, business, and education. So, if you are learning English, you are making one of the best investments in your future. Because no matter how the world changes, English will remain the language of opportunity, success, and global connection. We have already discussed why English is the global language and why it is not going away anytime soon. But now, we are going to talk about something even bigger. How English can change your life. Because the truth is, English is not just a language. English is a tool. English is power. English is freedom. And if you truly understand this, if you truly take this seriously, it can completely transform your future. So let's start from the very beginning. Before we talk about how English can change your life, let's imagine something. What if you didn't know English? Let's say you only speak your native language. At first, it might not seem like a big problem. But then reality hits. You want to watch a movie, but the best ones are in English. You want to read a book, but the most powerful books are in English. You go online to learn a skill, but most tutorials are in English. You apply for a job, but they say, English required. You travel to another country, but no one understands your language. You want to do business, but your clients speak English. Slowly, you start to realize something very important. Without English, the world feels smaller. your opportunities become limited. Your knowledge becomes restricted. And worst of all, you feel stuck because no matter how talented, skilled, or hardworking you are, if you don't speak English, the world will not listen to you. That is the reality. But here's the good news. You can change this. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Now let's flip the story. Let's imagine a different version of your life. One where you speak English fluently. What happens then? A. You get better job. Opportunities. If you know English, your career changes completely. You can apply for high-paying jobs in multinational companies. You can work remotely for companies in the USA, UK, or Canada. You can easily get promoted because you can communicate with international clients. If you are a business owner, you can sell to customers worldwide. And do you know what's crazy? Many people work for years in their own country, making very little money. But someone who learns English can double or even triple their income, just because they now have access to better jobs. This is why in many countries, people spend years studying engineering, medicine, or law. But in the end, they don't get jobs because they don't speak English. Meanwhile, someone who speaks fluent English can get a high-paying remote job with just a laptop and an internet connection. That is the power of English. B. You can travel the world without fear. Have you ever wanted to travel to Paris, New York, London, Dubai, or Tokyo? Have you ever wanted to visit a new country, explore new cultures, and meet new people? Well, here's a fact. English is the language of travel. When you land at an airport, all the signs are in English. When you check into a hotel, the staff speaks English. If you get lost, you can ask for help in English. No matter where you go in the world, someone will understand you if you speak English. But if you don't know English, traveling becomes stressful, confusing, and difficult. So if you want the freedom to explore the world without fear, English is your passport. You can learn anything you want. Let me ask you a question. What is your biggest dream? Do you want to become a doctor, engineer, designer, or artist? Do you want to start a business and become your own boss? Do you want to become a successful YouTuber, influencer, or writer? No matter what your dream is, there is one thing you need: knowledge. And guess where 90% of the world's knowledge is stored? In English. Think about it. The best universities in the world teach in English. The best self-improvement books are written in English. The best online courses and tutorials are in English. If you don't know English, you miss out on all of this knowledge. But if you do, you can learn anything. You can develop any skill. You can change your life. And that brings us to our final point. At the end of the day, learning English is not just about words and grammar. It's about power. It's about freedom. When you speak English fluently, you no longer feel trapped in your country, in your job, or in your limitations. Instead, you feel confident, strong, and independent. You can communicate with anyone in the world. You can make money from anywhere. You can learn, grow, and achieve your dreams. And that is why millions of people around the world are working hard every day to improve their English. Because they know that English is not just a language, it is a life-changing skill. And now, it's your turn. My friends, we have reached the end of this journey. But before we finish, I want to leave you with a challenge. Don't just listen to this. Take action. Start practicing English every single day. Read, listen, speak, and write in English as much as you can. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Keep going. And most importantly, never give up. Because one day in the future, you will look back and realize learning English was the best decision of your life. And when that day comes, you will thank yourself for never giving up. So go out there and make it happen. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I have many more powerful lessons coming your way. Let's learn, grow, and change our lives together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.